Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem says her agents are in Minnesota investigating sites related to a massive fraud scheme in the state. She posted this video on social media. She posted a video on social media. Two DHS officials also tell CBS News that agents were expected to inspect 30 sites just yesterday. The renewed focus on what prosecutors have alleged is a $9 billion scheme largely due to conservative social media influencer Nick Shirley. He posted this now viral video that reveals alleged fraud in government-funded child care in the state. CBS News Minnesota investigative reporter Jonah Kaplan has been covering the story extensively and joins me now. So, Jonah, this now viral video has put alleged daycare fraud at the forefront of the investigation. What more can you tell us?
Yeah, it's really interesting, Lindsay. I mean, this is a video that's been amplified by Elon Musk, members of the Trump administration. It's been seen more than 100 million times. And the allegation is that some of these daycare centers, in particular ones that are owned by Somalis here in Minnesota, are no different than some of the restaurants and other health clinics that were implicated in the earlier fraud investigations that were basically sham businesses. They weren't actually doing anything, but they submitted receipts and collected all this money from the federal government. The difference is, though, here, there are some more checks and balances when it comes to daycares, and all of the data that we see and some of the visits from even state regulators are showing the allegations aren't necessarily true. The facts on the ground tell a different story. There are a lot of citations, maybe some safety issues when it comes to some of these daycares. We visited and looked up 10 of them that were mentioned in that video, but that doesn't make them a fraudulent business. Maybe I wouldn't send my kids there, but again, that's a lot different than whether those are fraudulent. Again, though, this doesn't take away from the fact that this land of 10,000 lakes is becoming the state known for a $9 billion fraud, all connected to these COVID-era programs and ones that were tied to Medicaid, whether they were feeding malnourished children, providing school meals, services, behavioral health services. But again, that's much different than the allegations that were thrown in this video and ones that we found not to be true.
We appreciate the fact check always. A group of Republican lawmakers are calling on Governor Walz to resign nonetheless. How much heat is he facing over this investigation?
Well, there's no question that Tim Walz, who, of course, was also the running mate to former Vice President Kamala Harris, is facing the heat from Republicans, and he's facing a re-election campaign. He's on the ballot in November. So 2026 is going to be a major referendum on his job here. The governor has been steadfast in defending his record and the steps that he and his administration have been taking recently, hiring a fraud czar, putting in a whole new Office of Integrity and an Inspector General at the Department of Human Services looking after these Medicaid programs. The governor has also frozen licenses in 14 of these Medicaid-supported programs that are considered high risk for fraud. The federal government also looking at those 14 programs. And just to tie it to that video again, daycares, childcare, not one of those 14 high-risk programs.
Oh, Jonah Kaplan, we always appreciate the chance to talk to you. Thank you.